Hello, welcome to the Counterattack playthrough series. We're still playing Invasions. It's still turn 1. This is part 7. The next kingdom to activate is the Guptas. They have an age of 2. Here's the Guptas. They're in purple to decide what to do. One reminder is that the Persians played a marriage card on them. So if they decide to not attack the Persians on this activation, they will get 2 victory points. Might be worth it. Might not be a lot of victory points to get in this turn. Okay, let's see what makes the Guptas tick. Well, they like India. They're already in India. They're a civilized nation, but they can become an empire. It has to be in India to get 20 points. Half if they do it elsewhere, I guess in Persia. I guess I'm a little confused by that because they already have a capital in India. So I think half not an area is a misprint. It's going to be in India. Other victory points, each non-Gupta eliminated in India. So if they venture outside of India and kill units, they're not getting points. Turn 3, they want Eastern Persia, all of India. And if they get all of Persia Orientalis, which is Eastern Persia, they get a bonus VP 15. Same thing in turn 6. Turn 9... it's kind of like a watered down version of the previous one, so maybe they start fading, I don't know. And then extra victory points again. Cool. And then over here, looks like they have named leaders. One that lives a long time because he's in 2 turns. And then from 6 turn on, it's just generic leaders. All right, so they want to take stuff from Persia. So they're announcing to everybody, I'm about to activate. No one has any cards they want to play. The Guptas do have a diplomacy card. It's a mercenary. It can only be used on a barbarian that's adjacent to them if the Horde's adjacent. And there isn't one. There's a Kidarites up here a ways. But even if the Horde was adjacent, Kidarites have an invasion this turn. You can't use a diplomacy card on an invading barbarian. Okay, so they are officially activated. And it's time for the unit stacks step phase. Okay, first, I think I'm going to grab a archer out of here from under the leader Chandra II. And it's going to go 1, 2. Oop, sorry, 1. I knew there was an archer somewhere. Pick up another archer. 2, 3. So what I'm trying to do here is I want to force a passage through this place, but if I end up fighting, these archers are there's a good chance they'll kill him on the first shot for free, and if they don't, it's a normal battle, I'll probably kill him on the first melee round. So we got that. So the Romans have to decide, hey, are the Sogdians going to retreat or not? I'm inclined to have them retreat here to get a little thicker stack on this city space. Now, I said retreat, but I really mean flee or flight. So there's no bonuses, looks like, so it's just a straight roll 9 or more. Rolled a 7, so they fail to retreat. So these guys are passage and force, and then that'll be a combat once we finish all the moves. Okay, next. So I think these guys are going to go 1, 2. These guys have to decide if they're going to flee. They're not. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to move this cavalry and this elephant. 1, 2, 3. So one question I have. It's posted on Board Game Geek. It's about passage and force stacking. And I may have cheated earlier in the last video. Does these guys count towards the stacking limits of units passing through, since they're suppressing things? In other words, this is a mountain, right? The stacking limit's actually 3, unless you have a leader there. So if these guys count towards stacking, I can only be moving like 1 guy through at a time. So let's just say I did that. But an alternate interpretation could be, no, you ignore them. Everyone else matters, though, so I can move 3 through at a time instead you know, and potentially 5 with Chandra. So we'll see what they say. I'm kind of thinking it probably means I can only move 1 through at a time. But I'm taking Chandra, and let's see. I think I'll take 1 unit from here. 1, 2, pick up a horse. 3. And his stacking is +2, so regardless of the rule, we're good. Bam. Okay, I was really wanting as my strategy to try to take this horde, but I don't see it's possible. Even if I win this battle wonderfully, I only have 1 campaign available and I won't be able to get through these guys. I suppose I can try to passage and force these guys during the campaign. That is a possibility. Interesting. All right, well, we'll see what's going to go down here. But before I do that, I might want to rearrange some of these guys down here. So we got this Indus Valley down here, which has a city, and previously there was a unit there, but the Persians got it in their marriage. So I'm kind of want a unit down there to protect it. So we'll move just a ordinary infantry down there just to sort of protect that. I like archers. I'm inclined to move them. Maybe we'll move this guy here. I don't know. We'll keep 2 heavies in the capital. And yeah. All right. I guess it's combat phase time. Let's do this battle first. Okay, here we are. We're in the mountains. Guptas have 2 archers. Sogdiane have just 1 infantry. You may have heard me mention in other episodes about mountain ambush. If one side has archers, if the defending side has archers in mountains, there's a potential for mountain ambush. But the attacking side is the only side with archers. 2, because we have 2 archers. Got a 3, +2 is 5. You need 8 or more for a hit. And honestly, in mountains, 9 or more. So, no hits. So now we go into melee. Oh, this isn't so hot. It's a straight up roll. We'll do the Sogdians rolling white dice. Okay, the Guptas got 9. Sogdians got 9 as well. So 2 units rolling a 9 is 1.5. But we only round up and clear deserter steps. That's 1 hit, and that's good enough. 1 unit rolling a 9 also does a hit. All right, well, that's kind of wasteful of me. And since this is a very small battle, only 1 unit, there's no recovery. No one gets any points. Okay, here we are. We captured Arcosia, and Arcosia is worth 5 victory points on turn 3, so that's good. That's good. Who knows if we'll be able to keep it. So now this battle. Okay, here we are, archery round. There is 1 horse archer in clear, so that's going to be worth 1.5. So we'll call that a 2. And opponent has heavy advantage. This elephant alone has 2 shields on it, and there's another shield there. Incidentally, the elephant is not cavalry, but anyway, that'll be a -2. So we'll drop that back down to 0. So let's see what the Sogdians can do. We're looking for an 8. Got a 5. No hits. So first melee round. Okay. The Sogdians -1 because the opponent has the heavy advantage. So, over archery, then for melee round 1, melee round 2, that heavy advantage really stacks up. Not enough veteran units to, or elite, I forget what it's called, to get the bonus, but the Guptas do have cavalry advantage. You got 3 cavalry against 1. You need 2 greater. So that's 1, and that's it, yeah. So let's see what we got. Yellow is Guptas. What do we have here? We got 4 for the Guptas, +1 is 5. 6 for the Sogdians, -1 is 5. So the Sogdians have 2 units. A 5 for 2 units is half a point. Rounds up in clear deserter step. So that's going to be 1 loss to the Guptas. It's about all they can hope for, I think, is 1 loss. So the Guptas 5, they got 6 units. So if it does 2 kills, there's no need to do rerolls. So bam, bam, still worth 0 points. Who are the Guptas gonna lose? Yeah, well, it's a small battle, but they're not gonna I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, they can lose this guy and then he'll recover. Okay, so cool. Now 2 units here, one of them recovers. Guess we'll do the horse archer. Sogdians have to retreat. We own the province. We're gonna loot that city. 2 gold. See what else we get out of that. 3 gold. Wow, there's a lot of 3 golds. Maybe I keep throwing the 3 gold back into the top of the pile. I better randomize these more. So, but yeah, that's 5 gold for looting, because it's level 1 city. Okay, now it's time for the campaign of Chandra II. He gets 1 campaign for that 1 number there. And, you know, if I was playing cautiously, I would move him back to India to protect it. But this is sort of what I'm thinking. He's the last kingdom to go. The only other nation to go is Rome. Rome's going to, like, thrash Persia. And then the turn will be over. And so the Indians will have a chance to purchase more units. They have a few units they can purchase, right? They're going to expect the Persians to be hurting from the Romans. I mean, if there was a peace imposed on them, then maybe they're coming straight for the Indians or the Guptas. But I'm inclined to seize the moment here, and we're going to have Chandra go on his campaign. And I think we're going to go like this. I think this is legal. Taking all 6 of these guys, we're going to go bam. So there's 2 units here, not counting the leader. Passage in force. So that means we have to cover with 4 units, and we can pass through with 2. So first, though, this Kidarite stack, they don't know that we're trying to passage in force. So they have to decide, are they going to retreat or remain? I think they'll retreat. Let's see what we have down here. Leader's combat value is 1, so that's a die roll modifier. Starting province, not a fortified city. Does the fleeing unit have less cavalry than the attacker? Well, they have 2 cavalry. The attacker has 3 cavalry, so yes. So let's see, they had +1 for the leader, -1 for not having much cavalry. If flight must start by crossing a river. Oh. I mean, maybe I shouldn't cross this way. I should go this way. But then this guy's way open. I think I have to try to cross the river. So that's another -2. So we're looking at a total of, I think, a total of -2. Okay, let's see what we got here. That's not going to happen. 6 minus 2. We need a greater than or equal to 9. So, you know, had to try. So we're going to have a battle here, except Chandra is dropping off 4 guys. So what are we going to drop off? Drop off these 2 ordinary infantry. And I guess it doesn't really matter. I think we're going to take off with 2 cavalry in Chandra. Try to get that horde, because then we can force him to submit and not even have to fight this battle. Yeah, I think that's the ticket, and you'd probably like to see what's going on. I have this like camera boom thing and such a tiny screen, I don't even see what's going on. That's why sometimes it's blurry. Anyway, yeah, gonna try to get that horde. So combat time for the campaign attacking here. I'm pretty sure this is legal. Like, I don't recall seeing any rules that say you can't drop off units during a leader campaign. In fact, I think it says go for it. So I am going to double check, make sure this is legal. But then we'll do the horde attack first. Yeah, I don't see anything prohibiting this. Seems legit. So yeah, take these guys to the battle board. Okay, here we are. The horde does count as a unit only on defense. On the attack, does not count as a unit. Alright, here's the die roll modifiers. -1 because all units crossed a river to get to the target province. So that's bad. +1 cavalry advantage. +1 nomads in a steppe. So, you know, I know it looks like a dude with his ox cart, but is like the entire populace. You know, they got some horses and all that stuff, so they get this bonus. That's my take. So, do we sacrifice this reroll to get a +2? I think the answer is no. We're going to do orange for the Guptas. Got a 5 and a 2. Well, we just need one hit. So the 2 plus 1 is a 3. Does 0. Yay. So the question is, does this 5 do any hits? We got 2 units. Does half a hit, rounds up in step, 1 hit, submit. So timing of things, I probably should have done the battle in the other location first, because it would win the battle, take the city that is the capital of the Sogdians. And if you take the capital of the Sogdians, they become your client. So I should have done that, because now I'll have to evacuate it, and the Kidarites will continue to own it. But anyway, get a little Imbactus, whatever, just showing, hey, I'm a vassal of someone. You're going to have to remember who. The Kidarites have to pay half their treasury rounded up to their suzerain. They have 5 gold, so half is 3, so they go down to 2. Guptas get 3. Suzerain draws a pillage marker. I'm digging deep. No 3 gold this time. Here we go. 1 gold, event 26. We'll have to check that out, so I'm not going to give them the gold just yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and evacuate provinces and then deal with the vassal mercenary, and then we'll check out this event. Okay, these guys have to evacuate. These guys have to evacuate. Well, I kind of want them all together. So they're going to all evacuate to here. Wait a minute. I'm kind of being dumb. I think I did this a few times like this in prior videos. The evacuating is technically a retreat. So I can retreat 3 spaces, right? So we'll go 1, 2. Maybe we'll just go 2. And then this guy's will go 1. Okay. We can go through this because they're now neutral because they're a vassal. They have to choose 1 unit to give to us. They're the same. No, they'll give us this guy. Since we're a kingdom, it goes to our capital province. Way over here. So I'll just kind of join in there. They're our buddy. Okay. This event, it's good. I just checked it. We're going to give the Kidarites, no, we're going to give the Guptas 1 gold for this. Event 26 triggers. I'm throwing it back in the pot. 26. Famine. It's a public event. Select a civilized area at random using the revolt table. Okay, so what we need to do is roll to see where the famine's going to be. It's going to be in an area. One annoying thing about how this game was put together, I guess, is this chart has no reference to the Into the East map, which has multiple areas. So maybe they never starve in Eastern Persia or India, but seems like an omission. So we have to roll a D2 first. We're gonna D2 success will be the top chart, D2 failure the bottom. Success is even number, it's odd, so we're going to do the bottom. So let's go ahead and roll for the bottom. It's another D10, we rolled a 10. What's this puppy say? Hopefully it's coming in Persis. So let's roll over to Persis and find the name here. So we're going to put a little famine marker. See, it's got like, oh, we're all out of food icon and minus 33%. So we're only going to get 67% of our income in Persis for provinces and cities. However, for every granary that the empire or nation controls, we can reduce the loss they take by 2. So I guess you'd add up like, how much did I lose from this famine, and reduce it by 2 gold per granary. And I thought I saw a granary around here, but Maybe not. Maybe not. These don't really look too grainy. Well, when it's time, we'll double check, but I don't see one. One oddity of the way the rules are written is that this event affects the income phase, yet that has already happened. Also, the event says remove the marker at the end of the turn, which means it would be completely wasted. I find it hard to believe that would be the design, so until I get an answer on BGG, which will take a while, I'm sure, we're going to assume this is good until the next income phase and the end of that turn. I want it to affect something. But okay, that was the Guptas, and this will be a little bit shorter because the Romans are probably going to take a while. So we'll cut this one short and catch you next time for the Romans, which is the final activation.